Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've been on here, especially since I've sat down and talked to you guys. So I am pregnant, yay! We are expecting a little girl in January 22nd to be exact, and we're super excited about it. And I thought it was about time for me to sit down and give you guys an update. I will be doing a separate life update and what we've been up to during quarantine. I have filmed a little bit, not a lot. But I'll do a sit down update with those video clips and stuff like that. But this one I want to keep strictly to the pregnancy. I am 15 weeks as of yesterday. Ideally, I would love to do this every week and just kind of update you guys on the week that I've had. But knowing me, it's probably not going to happen. I'll probably be able to do it every 2 weeks, maybe 3. I'm going to try to keep it at just 2 weeks because I don't want these to be super long. This one might be a long one just because I have a lot to update you guys on and bring you up to speed. So this baby, we decided we would start trying at the beginning of the year and got pregnant a lot faster than I expected, at least. We were a little bit hesitant once everything started happening with the coronavirus and COVID-19 and quarantine and things like that, and wondering whether or not it was really a smart idea to have a baby right now, but we decided to go ahead anyway, and here we are. I have a video of how I found out, how we told Maddie, how I told Adam, my feelings the day I found out. All of that is in a video I will link below, so I'm not going to go into that here, but if you want to watch that, you can. This pregnancy has been so much different from Lincoln's, and it's really hard not to compare the two. So a lot of this video is going to be me comparing. I don't know. Everything's different, from the timelines with the doctors and when things are happening there to when symptoms start happening. It's so different. With Lincoln, I found out a week after my missed period. With this baby, since we were really trying and I was tracking everything, tracking ovulation, I started taking pregnancy tests like a week and a half or so after I ovulated. So I knew pretty early on. So I've known about this baby longer than I knew about Lincoln. But with Lincoln, as soon as I knew, I was able to get into the doctor who sent me for an ultrasound and then for blood work, and I was able to get all that done really early on. And then it was like a really long waiting game for symptoms to start, and for things to start happening and for me to feel like I'm pregnant, even though I had a picture to show that I was. This time has been completely different. I found out way earlier than I did with Lincoln, and because of all these insurance issues and doctor issues and communication issues and all of that, I did not get my first ultrasound until last week when I was 14 weeks. So I spent a really long time waiting for it to be confirmed, which was very, very stressful for me. But on the other hand, my symptoms showed up super early. So I'm having all the feelings of being pregnant, all the symptoms of being pregnant, symptoms that with Lincoln didn't start until second, third trimester, already starting, and I still hadn't gotten an ultrasound yet, which was super frustrating. With Lincoln, miscarriage wasn't really something I thought a lot about, something I worried about. It was definitely something that was there and I would think about every once in a while. I knew it was a possibility, but I wasn't really afraid of it. This pregnancy, it has been a huge fear and constantly on my mind. And so all of that time waiting to get my blood work to confirm it, waiting to see the ultrasound, waiting to hear the heartbeat, all of that was like torture because I was just so scared of a miscarriage. I've had a few people in my life very close to me have miscarriages just since I started trying, which really was not that long ago. And I've known a lot of other people and who have had miscarriages, and it was just a constant fear. And so that was really hard for me emotionally, and I had a very hard time feeling connected to this pregnancy. I was definitely still excited, but I just didn't feel as connected. And I think part of that was because I was just so sure I was going to miscarry, and I didn't want to get too connected, too attached, too excited for things to just fall apart. This baby is very healthy. We got to see the baby on last week. And Adam was actually able to go, which was very exciting. Because of the coronavirus, a lot of doctors and medical offices do not allow guests at all. He wasn't allowed to come to my first doctor's appointment, where I actually did get a sneak peek ultrasound. She wanted to just make sure the baby was okay and in the right spot, and not like in the fallopian tube or anything like that. So she just did a quick sneak peek kind of an ultrasound, which really helped ease my mind and my worries, because I got to see the baby, I got to see the heartbeat, I got to hear the heartbeat. So that was all good. She didn't do any measurements. She sent me in for an official one. But Adam was not allowed to go to that visit. I had to go by myself. But for the ultrasound, they did let him in. What else? We did a sneak peek blood test. I did not do that with Lincoln. With Lincoln, I did the genetic testing, which, because of insurance and how delayed everything has been, I have not been able to do that yet. And I'm not sure if I'm going to. I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. But I was really wanting to know this baby's gender as soon as I could. And I got tired of waiting for the doctor's office to offer the blood test. So I found a site and did it myself. I have a video of that coming, so you'll see that whole thing. And then the baby reveal. We had a little party, small little party, and revealed the baby's gender. I'll just tell you now, it's a girl. The ultrasound tech could not confirm. She could not say 100% absolutely it's a girl, but she did say there is nothing, she cannot see anything that would lead her to believe otherwise. So I'm pretty confident in my results. Enough that I announced it. Okay, so symptoms. Symptoms this time have happened way sooner and seem to be way worse than Lincoln. Lincoln, I didn't have much morning sickness. This baby, definitely sick. I wasn't necessarily throwing up. I wish I was throwing up. It was that bad. I was just on the bathroom floor or laid out on the couch for days, feeling just on the verge of vomiting, but it would never come. And it just was awful. I felt so sick. I just felt completely incapable of doing anything. I had no energy. My breasts hurt like crazy, and they have 100% doubled in size. And just so you all know, some of these updates are going to be a little bit TMI. This is about pregnancy. So if you're not comfortable with the human body, the female body per se, you probably shouldn't watch these. But yeah, my breasts have doubled in size, and my nipples have doubled in size, which I don't remember happening during pregnancy. I've read on the apps how they'll tell you your areola might get bigger or get darker. That's not happened to me. Didn't happen with Lincoln, hasn't happened now. But yeah, my nipple has doubled in size, which happened when I was actually breastfeeding, I remember. But do not remember that in pregnancy at all before. So that's kind of different and weird. And they've my breasts have just gotten so big so fast. I have so many stretch marks on them. It's like bad. My stomach is showing way sooner. I am 15 weeks now, but it is about the size I was when I was like 22 weeks with Lincoln. Although they do say that you tend to show faster with your second baby, or later pregnancies, I should say. And also, I am starting this pregnancy with a lot more weight than with Lincoln. Just put that out there. So my stomach is already bigger than it was before. So there's that. What else has been different? My nose, my nasal issues. I had a lot of nasal issues with Lincoln, but they didn't really start till like middle of the second trimester, I feel like. This time they started in the first, so that's kind of frustrating. I sleep with a nasal strip every night so I can breathe. Speaking of sleep, sleep has been off and on. I remember with Lincoln, I had the worst insomnia. It was so bad. But this time, I would go through, I've gone through phases of insomnia where I'll be up for a couple hours in the middle of the night or have a really hard time falling asleep. But generally, sleep has been okay. I've just been so exhausted. Come 9 o'clock at night, I struggle to keep my eyes open, which is very different for me. I'm typically someone who cannot fall asleep before midnight. And now 9 o'clock comes and I'm done. And then on the flip side, I have been waking up naturally by 6 o'clock every day, usually like 5:30, sometime between 5 and 6. Sometimes if my body lets me sleep in, I'll sleep till 7 or 6:30. But typically around 6 o'clock, I am wide awake and cannot fall back asleep. With Lincoln, I took a lot of naps, which kind of helped me through it. This pregnancy, napping is not an option, which is really sad because I need it. I'm so tired. I'm so painfully tired, and it's gotten way worse the second trimester than it was in the first, which is different according to the pregnancy apps. They tell me I should be getting my energy back. They're wrong. I don't have energy. It's gone. The people who write for those apps don't have a 2-year-old. What else? My memory really kind of stinks. I remember with Lincoln, I really struggled to find words, like the right words. I would forget them a lot. Now I just tend to be forgetting everything. I forget what I'm doing. I forget. There was one time Adam was working from home throughout this coronavirus. He stepped out to go pick up lunch because he just needed to get out of the house and get a break. And he called me, asked me what my order was, what I would want. I told him. I hung up the phone. And it couldn't even been 3 minutes later. I'm like, dang, I'm really hungry. I'm going to eat. Made myself a bowl of SpaghettiOs because that's just sounded really good to me in the moment. I've always liked SpaghettiOs, but I always tend to like them a lot more when I'm pregnant. And as soon as they were heated up, I sat down and I was right about to eat them when Adam came in with my bag of food that I had ordered. And he's like, "What are you doing?" "I got you food." And I'm like, I was hungry. I don't know. So I had 2 lunches that day. Whatever. I don't know how I forgot that fast, but I completely forgot. I don't know. Pregnancy is weird. What else? My skin has been different. My face from here down has been breaking out a lot. Now, of course, that could be related to the fact that I have to wear a mask when I go out, which I didn't have to do with Lincoln. But I've also heard, and I could be wrong, but I feel like I remember hearing that breakouts from the nose down are hormonal. So I don't know. It could be a mix of the two. But I've also had some really dry skin. Like my forehead has been really dry. My just skin on my body has been really dry, really itchy. Which that's been different for me. My back with Lincoln, my tailbone hurt really, really bad in the beginning. That was like one of the first pregnancy symptoms I had, and I remember thinking that was really weird. And this time that really hasn't been an issue for me. My lower back has started hurting recently within the last like 2 weeks. I think I've been pushing myself a little too far and too hard and not giving myself the rest I need. With Lincoln, I was able to rest a lot. I took a lot of naps. I took a lot of breaks. I could. This time around, I've got a 2-year-old that I'm chasing everywhere. I have a 6-month-old baby that I'm watching Monday through Friday. I have a lot more responsibilities in the house. Like, I was living with my parents and they did everything for me. Here, I'm the parent, I'm the mom, I have to do everything. And I've just kind of been running myself ragged, and I've been having a lot of cramps. And I think it's been like my body screaming at me to stop and take a break, which is what I'm doing today. I did have a UTI early in the pregnancy, and around that time I started spotting, and that really freaked me out. But I do think it was related to the UTI, and it stopped pretty quickly. With Lincoln, I did these weekly updates on Facebook and Instagram. This pregnancy, I really want to do those, but I have had a hard time with it because I just am not in a very good mental headspace with body positivity, I'll just say. I am starting this pregnancy at the weight I was when I had Lincoln. I had gotten down, after having Lincoln, I got down in my pre-pregnancy weight, but over time and stress and different things going on in my life, it has all come back. So I just have a hard time looking at my body and having a hard time posting a picture of what my body looks like. But I am really excited about this baby, and I want to celebrate this pregnancy, and so I am trying to force myself to do that. All right, you guys, I think that is all I have for today. I guarantee that with this pregnancy brain, as soon as I turn off the camera, I'm going to come up with like 10 other things that I wanted to say that I forgot to mention, but I will write them down and include them in my next update. But for now, look forward to hopefully a life update coming soon to you guys, and then the sneak peek gender test / reveal, which should be coming. I am going to try to do these updates weekly, so that way it's a lot shorter. Sorry that this one is so long. Thank you for hanging in there if you're still watching. Love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.